And maybe you can give me your elevator pitch too.
Probably the most popular these days is my book called The Third Day. And The Third Day is actually a chapter in my book, Work on Your Game. So I just basically
Ah,
expanded on it because the third day is a concept, because Work on Your Game is basically all of it. And then we just took pieces and we branch out from it. So
okay.
Third Day's subtitle is The Decision That Separates the Pros from the Amateurs. And
Oh,
what I find with people who want to write books, there's not a challenge for me and may not even be for you, Mark, but most people I talk to want to write books. The challenge is actually writing the book. So I remember I was doing an event for Work on Your Game when it came out at a local bookshop down here in Miami. And someone said, what's the most important thing you need? What's the most important tool you need to write a book? I said, Microsoft Word and Google Docs. All right, you just need to open it and write. And that's the biggest challenge. People just don't write the book. So I don't have that challenge. Again, I told you I can write a book very quickly, but most people do. So how do you show up and give the effort you're supposed to give when you don't really feel like giving it, but it is still your responsibility to give it? That's what the third day is all about. And I sourced that from my background in sports, because even athletes, there's a great job to be an athlete, but there are days you don't feel like practicing. There are days you don't feel like working out or training or getting in the ice tub and all of those things. But a professional shows up and delivers even when they don't feel like delivering. That's what makes you a professional. And I believe, what's the man's name? Stephen Pressfield in the War of Art. He talks about that. He calls it the resistance, right? Similar concept. You know, you're supposed to sit down and write. You got to sit down and write. You got to fight the resistance, sit down and actually write your book. And that's what the third day is about. How do you systematically and strategically set yourself up to do that rather than try to willpower and push your way through it? So that's what the third day is about.